Well, hello world. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Starting to cool down a little bit. We had another 90-degree day. Kind of warm. Just saw a little bunny leaving this tall grass over here. He just jumped over the wall. He's over there somewhere. This is where my babies were earlier. Look how much the grass has grown in here. Let me see if this is zoomed in. Hold on. Yeah, I did a little bit zoomed in. So this is where the little peepers were. You know, like in probably May and June. And coming out for the day, enjoying the day. They were in here, which wasn't this tall grass, but that's how tall the grass grew. Also, look at this. This is my jewelweed. Oftentimes during the year, you might get a wind or a lot of rain. You can see how tall it is back there. And it can knock it down. And when jewelweed is knocked over, it's laying down, but the tips start to curl up and they start reaching for the sun again. So they look like they're tall, going back to their height, but they would be a little shorter because part of them is laying on the ground. But so far we haven't had anything that would be knocking them over. But even see down there you can see that they are pretty tall. Yeah, they're doing really good. So I haven't seen them this tall for a long time. They are taller than what I am. So that's kind of cool. You can really see this one here. Isn't it beautiful? The jewelry, the hummingbirds love it. The bees love it. That's a really tall plant right there. So that's good. So let's see now. I have to clean my barn and things of that sort, and I got to clean the coops. But let's just walk over here a minute. I did have some black raspberries earlier today up by the house. Not up by the house, up by the garage up here. Now, look at this. This is something new just coming out right now. Isn't that beautiful? Just coming out. And then I have some lilies over here that's going to be opening up. I've got to get my my beetles traps up. I've also got to trim off. I trim the little lilies every day. They open up, and a day or two later they die. Another one opens up. But I was able to get a whole bunch of berries over here. They were red, and they turned black. I ate some blackberries yesterday. So over here, I was able to enjoy that. You can see there's some more berries here, and when they turn black, I eat them. There's several berries now that you can eat on that. They're small, but they're good. They taste good. Let me see if there's anything happening to the grapes up here. We'll just take a little walk around. Whew, a little bit warm. There was some blueberries in here. I don't know if I can find them again or not. Oh yeah, look at, there's a blueberry right down there. That should be a blueberry. Looks like a blueberry plant with that leaves right there. Cool. And I don't think I see any grapes though. But the little bunny that we see hopping around here, and they probably do eat some of the grapes when they're coming out. So I don't really see any grapes that I saw earlier. But there's a pretty big, thick rose bush. Let's see. Whew. Let's see, I don't see any grapes here. Not really, I don't see anything here. So maybe the little bunnies came by and got some of these grapes already, because I don't really see them. Remember how we saw a lot of grapes underneath? And I don't see them now. But that's okay. Little bunnies or something else is eating them, that's fine. Wow, the humidity's high, even though it's starting to cool a little bit. Doesn't really feel that cool, slightly. It would be probably less muggy. All the rain we've got, the grass is looking good, it's nice and green. And let's see, go over here a little bit. Oh, these are starting to come out right here. I still have a lot of stuff I haven't done yet, to the yard, as far as, cutting back some of the dead roses. I haven't done that yet. But I'll get to it eventually. These are the lilies there, and the roses. I already had one beautiful flowering of the roses, and now they passed on, so a new bunch is going to come out. And then I had some hay delivered yesterday. He had a huge truck. I'm not kidding. That thing, I don't know how long it was. It was huge. Really huge. Probably, I don't know, 10, probably like 10, 20, 30. Could have been like a 50-foot long truck. And he came down here and he broke off some branches. I put some of the dead branches or broken branches down here, so that can kind of burn that when he's doing his fire. But then this is a big one up here. I do have a little hand saw, not a hand saw, but it's an electric saw. It's got an extension on it, so I'll probably just do that. Go up there and not go up there. I can be on the ground. Be on the ground, take the electric saw that has an extension on it and just try to cut these branches that are bent and broken over and get that out of here. The goats might like to eat on this. So let's take a look at the hay. Oops, something else fell here. So, yeah, where I kind of injured my knee a while back, I had injured it, and then after that I hurt it twice. I hurt it once by bringing in 40 bales of hay, then I hurt it again by lugging a 5-gallon can of gasoline. So, this year I was able to, my hayman, a new guy that I'm using now because my old hayman doesn't do it anymore, but he was able to put the hay in. Also too, what I did was, all this area here, I just took my weed whacker because this is really tall. So everything you're seeing here, I just mowed everything down. You see some lighter hay in here, but this whole area right here, where the fire pit is, all up here by the electric gate, was all over my boot, my little red boot. So I wanted to whack it all down so we could see where the rocks were. We had the big truck come in here. You see some, maybe you see some ruts that he kind of made. But I tried to expose rocks like that, and a little rock like this one here. These were where he had to, you know how you turn your front wheel to go back and forth, back and forth. So I put a little hay here where he kind of dug up the earth. So basically he had the front of his vehicle parked here, up here. And so where I'm standing, it's hard to tell, but the front was parked here, and the rear end was probably parked by that bucket. That little bucket there. So it was a really super long truck. It was covered. It reminded me like of a Walmart truck, but the cab was attached to the actual van. It wasn't separate. And then I also moved this a little bit too. I'm putting the water here. It might get a little bit more shade during the day. Kind of cut in on the electric fence a little bit to make this area for water now. And, okay, so I'm going to go over here. So this I all mowed down, which is, like I said, it was pretty tall. Some of that was hitting this fence here with the electric wire right there. Some of the growth was hitting that electric wire, so it was pretty tall. So good job done that they could see the rocks. And then the next day, I get a message saying we'll be there in 20 minutes. So I had to get the goats in the barn quickly, take down some of my electric fence, pull out all my kayaks and things that were in here, pull everything out so they'd be able to get the new hay in. So I got 40 bales, and I want to get me another 20 the end of July. So I'll have like 60, plus I had 15, so that would be 75 total for the year. But anyway, it's hard to see, but I got my snow rakes or scrapers on top there, but there's 40 bales against this wall, and I thought they were going to probably start, using the back wall there where the kayak is and just raise that up to 40, but they seem to have put everything on one side, which is fine. It won't matter because I can still put the other 20 here very easily, and then later bring back the kayaks and anything else that I want to have in here. So that's not too bad. So that was very good. What a blessing to get that. He did say he'll have plenty of hay, so there shouldn't be any problem me getting another 20 bales. He expects to have it even late fall, so I want to get it as soon as I can. So my next Social Security check is coming in the end of July, so I'll grab some then, and that would be good to have that. So that's good. Now let's see, what else are we doing? So that was a good job done. So it looks different with this back area, all cut down, but you can see some of the other tall stuff. This doesn't get as thick. Way down there it gets thick, but right here it doesn't get as thick. You can see some of the earth and some of the dirt there, or dead leaves and stuff like that. So that works out pretty good. Now let's see. Some more sticks I got to pick up over there. Oh, this Applejack. What you doing, Applejack? So I'm going to make a little quick video. Now I got to clean out the barns, clean out all the coops, bring in new bedding for the girls. I found one of my reds on the outside of the chicken coop. I'm not sure how she did that, but babies are doing really good. Gave them some wormies too, little babies. They're doing good. They're only March, April, May, June, July. Maybe the middle of July they'd be 4 months old. So I still want to keep them under this crazy contraption for now until they get bigger and bigger girls. Okay, we'll do that later. So, oh, bless you. Bless you. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's doing funny things. Okay. Very humid. I could just feel, whoops, I can feel the sweat building up on my face. I got little pools out for them, these two neighborhoods, just in case they, we had some like really hot days, 90, 100-degree days. So if they wanted to step in and cool their feet down, they could. They could do that if they wanted to. Now, I lost 2 hens. When did I? Yeah, we had that like 100-degree day, and some hot weather that was coming through, but also was high humidity. And when hens are in a really high humidity, where there's a lot of moisture in the air, they have moisture like in their lungs. So when they want to, on these high humidity days, it's harder for them to breathe. So they have their little mouths open, and they're trying to breathe, but they're expecting to bring in drier air and release the moisture air in their lungs. But when you have so much moisture, you can feel it. So you can just cut it with a knife. It makes it more difficult for these little hens to, cope. So I lost one. I lost the Social, the one that her sister. This one's right here. This is Hopalong. Her match was Social, and she was. I think I got her in 22. And she's a pretty heavy girl, so sometimes the heavy girls, they have a harder time when it gets that high humidity and that high temperature. So she passed away, and I think maybe a week after that, I lost one of the Silver Wyandottes right here, this one. Her mate or her sister, I lost her sister. Same situation. The Social, I had found her. She must have just passed away. I found her underneath the little tree in the shade. She was probably taking a dirt bath because she had a lot of like dirt in her feathers, and she just expired. She just left. And I think I told you about that before, but I don't know if I told you that I lost 2 of them. So this one here, not the match to that one, the sister, she was just on that pallet, and she was having a difficult time, and she passed shortly after when I was there. So, but since then we're doing fine. Just those extremely hot, very humid days. And when you have some hens that are heavier, they carry a lot more weight than some of the thinner breeds, like these reds right here. They're a thinner bird compared to the Hoppy and compared to the white one over there. So, Sonia's lost those 2. The rest are doing really well. So that's a good thing. And just keep an eye on them. Now look at my pears. Look at that. My pears are getting bigger. I got the pears right here, and some pears over here. Look pretty. I got pears up here. Oops. Yeah, I hear ya. Yeah, I do. And I got some more pears over here. I think I counted 18 pears. I haven't had time to put any kind of protection around them for the little groundhogs that come by. I got 2 pears down here. But I think maybe with I'm hoping that with the decorations and that bag I have there, we had so much rain right around the time that the hens were doing a difficult time. We had a lot of rain, and this particular tree, which always has been straight, it just was tilted, almost as bad as the apple tree in there, really tilted. So we had a lot of rain, a lot of water was settling here. So, when you get water and it settles, it loosens up the earth, and then the tree can move. So I have that bag there. So I'm hoping maybe the bag and the decorations, little balls, maybe it might keep little predators away. We'll see how it all works out. Just haven't had time to put a gate to cross over here or try to protect this little tree. The other apple tree hasn't really produced any fruit or have produced no buds at all. That one's really tilting, so Tobias is going to help me to set that one. We're going to take that one out of the earth and put it on the other in the other coop, the other area, neighborhood, and set it straight. So that one might have also at some point a lot of rain might have loosened the soil, or it might have been just stretching to the sun, because when the sun does come out, the big trees over it, take shade. They make that little tree in the shade, and the shade is probably trying to reach out. But we'll straighten that little guy out. So I want to see him nice and straight. I don't want him all crooked like that. So what else? And then when the babies get bigger, I'm going to be changing the canvases down there and make it look nicer. And once they get a little bit bigger, they got to get a little bit bigger. They're not quite big enough yet. Okay, so what else happened here? Oh yeah, and our sweet little Randy passed away. He was 12 years old, and he wasn't doing good over the winter. He had some not so good days over the winter. Then he'd feel better and not so good. So we brought him down to the vet just to see how things were, testing him, see maybe what he had. And he was diagnosed with like a terminal cancer, and I was trying to figure out, like, wow, that's really tragic, and how would that happen? So I looked up the flea collars, the flea collars you put around your dog's neck or your kitty's neck. And one of the first side effects was cancer. So his little liver and little pancreas wasn't doing well. So for about I don't know, we gave him some, instead of having him like put down right there, we wanted to bring him home and just put him on some ivermectin. It's a human type of ivermectin that sometimes people will take, for cancer, and they have pretty good success with it. So we did put him on that, and he was doing really well. His bowels were getting better, and not having that upset stomach and or vomiting. And then he was turning into a little puppy. We were really, really happy to see that. And for a good 2 weeks, he was just running around, a little happy fella. And we said, this is great. So maybe, in a couple months, we'll bring him back down to the vet, have like an ultrasound taken to see what the insides look like. So we were expecting that he would do really well. And then a couple of days he wasn't feeling too good. And then I helped him, eat some food. And it was a beautiful day. And I was finished with him and had him outside for a little bit. And then I said, it's going to be a great day, going to be a great day. And I'm going to get my work done. And then that day, like an hour after he ate, then he went downhill. And the different stages that a human being goes through when their body is shutting down, when they're going through the process of passing away. Animals have a similar process. And within, I don't know, it's probably 10 to 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, it's 12, 15, but maybe about 17 hours. Not a whole 24, but it's like 17 hours from the beginning to the end. And he had passed away. So he passed away at home, and we were happy that we could do that. I had some nice spiritual music on, and we were talking to him, and loving on him and things of that sort. And he would respond at certain times. And then after a little while, when it got close, around maybe about 10 of 3 in the morning, he was going to pass away. So I called to Tobias, from upstairs, and he came down and stayed with him. So in a few minutes after that, not long, maybe 15 minutes after he passed away. So we were very happy we could give him that transition, from his little spirit, because everything has a spirit. It's all, the Creator has created everything, and He created through His own essence. So we have the spirit of the Creator within us, and that just returns back to the Creator. So he had a very good transition. It was very peaceful, very good. And we just buried him up over here. Tobias is going to be working on this area, so we put him over here. Made a little grave for him. He was a phenomenal dog. We've had him for 12 years. For the Basset Hound, that's about the life expectancy. But if he didn't have the cancer, he probably could have lived, a few years more. So that's what he has here, little grave. And we have a nice little plaque for him, and a little, what you call it? Something you hang a lantern on it, like a pole, I suppose. You hang a lantern, you can hang some flowers, and that'd be kind of pretty for him to remember him. He's such a good doggy. He's a very, very good dog, very good to us, and very, very loving. So it's nice to, it's nice to have been there for him and be with him, when he transferred over. That was a good thing. So we miss him, but had a good life with him. Very good life. Brought a lot of joy to the family. Very smart dog. He was the kind of dog that, we've had dogs in the past, when you go to talk with them, they kind of turn their head. They don't focus their eyes on you. But he would always look right at your face and look right at your eyes. And if you felt like you were going to be playful with him, he'd watch your face. And the minute he would see some play from this come out of you, he would respond right away to playing and jumping up and barking and running here and running there. So he was a really smart doggy, good boy. So we were really glad we had an opportunity to take care of him, be with, be in our family and share his life with us. We were really glad about that. So that's our little story about Randy. So he's passed on now. So let's see. Let me go over here a little bit and let's take a look at some of these. Oh, these are my grapes here. So I can see my grapes here. They're right there. And there's some more grapes over here. You can see them over there. And there's some more grapes over here. So my grapes are doing good over here. And then I've been eating. Oh, is this ready yet? Oh, this one's ready. Let me just pull this one off. I have been eating these golden, oops, where's my hand? These golden raspberries. 1 minute. So good. So as I'm working around, I see a nice golden raspberry right here. Just gonna pull that off and pop it in my mouth. Knock that off there. Oh my goodness. Hold on, people. Look at this one. They are so sweet. They're gentle. They're not like they don't taste like a blackberry or a red berry. They're just a very mild. What do they taste like? Just a mild. Let's call them golden berry. They're just mild and they're good though. They're sweet. They're mild. But as you can see, I got quite a bit of them over here. I had to cut this off. I had to cut that too. Let me take a couple more. They're so good. So cool. This is what I do. I just come along here and I just eat my raspberries. I'm trying to figure out what they actually taste like. Well, I don't know. This doesn't taste like a banana, but they're good. Just going to look for some bigger ones underneath here, maybe. Oops. Go away, mosquito. I don't bother you. Don't bother me. So that's what I usually do. Come around, look for those golden strawberries and just eat them up as I'm working around. Gives me a little bit extra energy. There's one right here, I think. Yeah, that's a good one. There we go. Pulls right off. Yeah, I wish I could really identify the taste. So strange. I can't identify the taste. But it's not you can really taste a blackberry. It's not black. Sometimes a red berry, you can really taste that. This is a golden one. So the actual taste is milder, not as strong or pronounced, but it's good. It's sweet. You see some over there. Oh yeah, look at those. Yummy, yummy. Okay. There we go. So, and then I got some more of these lilies coming out on this side. And this is what I got to do to the other lilies. I just cut these off here. When they only last about a day or two, I just threw those over there. And I have some strawberries are coming up. Little white flowers and strawberries. This big thing right there is a cucumber. Got a pepper down there. There's some peppers on that plant. Little peppers over there. Let me see. Little pepper over there, hanging up that one. Tomatoes have little flowers on them. Look at the lettuce too. Jeez. It's about the 4th time I'm clipping the lettuce. So I got to get out here, maybe tomorrow morning, the latest. And I just take my scissors and I come down and just kind of cut. I might be cutting like 6 or 7 inches off of that and bring it in the house. So all these tall lettuces right here have to be cut back. And yep, cut back. So I wash it off, put it in the refrigerator, and just eat it right up. But I have my tomatoes are coming out over here on the other plant. Some tomatoes coming out on that one. More peppers down there. Hot peppers and sweet peppers, I guess you call them. This is doing pretty good. I think Randy's only passed away about 2 weeks. So during that transition time when he wasn't feeling too good, before he passed, I didn't really get out here that much to do things. So, especially in this hot weather. So I need to make sure that I keep my eye on things and maybe give it the proper water that it needs. So, but that's not. So that's that's where we're at right now. So the rest of the girls are doing really well. Everyone's doing good. I'm going to clean their coops up. I'm going to pull back the canvases so that about maybe 2/3 of the coop is exposed, through the air and circulation. Only about 1/3 is still attached by clips, so they won't fall on the ground. And the goats, I put them in like maybe. I usually come back and take care of the animals maybe like around, I don't know, 8:45. By the time it gets a little cooler, and then put them in. I don't want to put them in when it's hot. I like to have good circulation and things like that. So I guess that's just about it for now. Just want to make a little video, and with all the rain we have had, things are nice and green, which is good. And got some hay in, have more hay coming at the end of July, so that would be good. I always like to have my, ample hay in the barn before winter. So all through the winter that your goats have something to eat. The other little chickens, they have grain, which you can get at a feed store, but the hay, normally it's very difficult to find during the winter. Sometimes you can't find it at all. So it's important I get my hay in. So with all that being said, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Wonderful, wonderful day. And I can't believe it's maybe the 9th or 10th of July. Where is this time going? I can't believe it. Like, wow. It's just going by so fast. But anyways, take one day at a time. It's all you can do. And try to keep up with life the best you can. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I will catch you on the next video. Okay, thanks for following along with me. Have a great night. Bye now.